I know sometimes, even on the best days, that worry, that anxiety sometimes likes to try to force its way into our lives. You know, it doesn't matter how strong your faith is, you know, you will still be tested. You'll still have those moments, you know, and that's just the enemy's way of saying, I don't take no days off. You know, what you thought this was. Some of you right now, you know, and I know this message is for me too, but some of you right now, you're losing your mind over what the Lord has already told you he's handling. And sorry for any background noise. I am in my car, so forgive me. But the enemy's go-to is the attack on the mind. You know, we worry about the future. We replay the past. We tie ourselves in knots, you know, over things that are beyond our control, you know. But what if the very source of our anxiety is a subtle attack on our faith? You know, a whisper of doubt trying to undermine the peace God has already promised us. Think about it. You know, have you ever received a clear direction from God, felt a divine prompting, or experienced a moment of profound peace, knowing that a situation was in his hands? And then almost immediately, here comes the enemy. This happens to me. Almost immediately, the worry creeps in. What if it doesn't work out? What if I'm misinterpreting things? What if I fail? These anxieties, often disguised as practical concerns, it's a powerful tactic of the enemy, you know, as the Bible, you know, describes him. He thrives on sowing seeds of doubt. He knows that if he can get inside of our minds and make us question God's promises, he can steal our joy, cripple our faith, and prevent us from experiencing the fullness of God's blessings. Who am I talking to right now? I know this message is for somebody. You know, he wants us to focus on the what ifs instead of the he is, you know. The truth is, sometimes we lose our minds over things God has already told us he's handling, things he may have already handled, to be honest. But we replay these scenarios, we invest in worst case possibilities and exhaust ourselves mentally and emotionally trying to control outcomes that are ultimately in his divine plan. So it's time to stop worrying over what God has already, you know, decided. He's in control. Let go of the need to control every outcome and trust in his perfect plan. You need to trust. You need to relax, let go. God's got you. He loves you so much. You know, we got to fight the enemy's tactics. We got to, you know, strengthen our faith, strengthen our minds, and just try to live a life filled with peace, joy, and just, you know, strong faith. But God has already got this. So I know this message is for somebody, and I know it's for me too. That's why I'm bringing it to you guys. Really quick, short, sweet, and to the point. Let go. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. If you need to reach out to me, my email is in the About Me section. You can talk about whatever's on your mind. I will listen. All I ask is that you be respectful, you know, and let's talk. Sometimes that's all somebody needs, is someone just to listen. You know, hey, this is what's going on. You know, any advice you can give me, you know, maybe you can pray for me. So anyway, I love you guys. I will see you in the next video.